afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of RaceDayTV, the live show. That is not Ben Bazowski. That is actually downtown Kevin Brown. What's going on, buddy?
This is what Ben would look like if he didn't get married. No stress, no gray hairs, no big beard, no big belly.
You're about half the size, though.
I know. Way better looking. Sorry, Ben.
Brian Callen.
Hey.
John Espinette. Jim York. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, doing awesome. How are you guys?
Not too bad. Let me turn you up a little bit there.
Give him a little more volume.
So I got a call today from Adam Perkins and said, hey, this guy who's really crazy on YouTube wants to come and run the Hudson Hippo race. Would you guys like to have him on the show? I was like, hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
So we spent the better part of an afternoon looking on YouTube and watching some really crazy shit that you do. What got you into all this?
Simplest way to put it, bad friends with worse ideas, and here we are.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, we got a couple of those.
Yeah. Yep.
I saw this jump that you took with a station wagon and kind of nosedive it down and through, and it looked like the roll cage almost took your helmet off. So,
I've made a lifestyle of being lucky versus good, and it not dead yet. That's why the hat says "gonna live forever," because should be dead 6 times by now, but live forever or die trying. So here we are.
So I hear that you are making the trek up to the high banks of Hudson, New Hampshire to come do the Hippo Hustle. How did you even find out about this race?
Well, I've been running separate series, but been racing minivans since 2019. We ran the first ones out at Nitro Cross when it was up at ERX in Minnesota, but been running them on rallycross tracks, so it'll be a little interesting. And then, well, I guess I say that, and then we've been running them now with kind of the guys over at the Freedom Factory, been able to run those and seen what they were doing up at Hudson. And I'm like, well, if we're racing minivans, count me in. I want to be there. So got the opportunity, and here we go. I'm used to there being a jump, which is usually what takes out the whole field. And for some reason, I couldn't make the van last. So now I really just got to race, and this is going to be really interesting to see if I can actually finish.
Well, this guy's like Joey Chitwood with minivans.
Right.
We got a little AC Delco sign under his car.
Looks like station wagons, everything that you were doing there.
The rallycross must be a lot of fun doing that stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. We just got done with rallycross here in Utah. And again, it was
You're in Utah?
I am in Utah. Yeah, we Nitro Cross with this last weekend. Raced a little Volkswagen Bug.
That's a hike. Good for him.
Hopefully, I can make it. That's the other thing. This is all very dependent on like the worst hurricane to hit the East Coast in I think ever. So I've already gotten all the text messages from Delta saying, "Hey, dumbass, you might not make it, but if you can, I'll go race." So if I'm there, I will race anything.
We just shipped our boss to Georgia to get married a day early so he could make it down to his wedding. So I don't know if he realizes it's going to be bad down there anyway. So, but I heard, I'm not going to say anything, but I heard you're looking to get a fun partner. So I'm hoping that ends up happening to be your running partner.
We've got a handful of calls out between some of the guys over at the Brunt Boots. There's a he was an Olympic medalist in snowboarding that lives out in New Hampshire that I haven't talked to in a minute. So I'll let you do the math and put some things together there. But whoever says yes first, they're in. And so I'm just waiting for the phone call back to after they see what their schedules are doing to say, hell yeah, we'll be there. And either way, it's going to be a good time. You can put me in with one of the local boys and we'll still tear it up. It'll be a good time no matter what.
My money's on this guy right here. I saw some of the stuff that he was doing.
I caught myself up a little bit too as well, and it's impressive. And I mean, you couldn't have picked a better place to come. Hudson Speedway is the oldest racetrack in New Hampshire, so it's got a lot of heritage there, a lot of history, and to add you to that is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and honestly, one of the things that you might find out about Hudson, there very well could be a jump before the end of the day.
You never know.
You never know what happens there.
Yes.
I gotta know. Well, what is the absolute craziest thing you've gotten yourself into?
Oh, the funny thing is it didn't look that good on, well, I don't know. You can just go look up hot tub limo jump. And that was probably, that one had everybody scratching their heads the most. So you figure that a gallon of water weighs about 8 pounds. we put about 800 pounds, or I guess 800 gallons in the back of this limo as we just put it in. We like put a tarp in, held it in with drive screws, and then everybody was kind of okay to drive it, but riding in the back seemed to get worse and worse. And then we're like, oh, we can pull clothes and put seatbelts still, and that didn't work. So it was
in the hot tub.
Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome.
yeah, so onto a tarp, held in with drive screws, and then jumping at 110 feet.
Dude, I like the way this guy rolls.
Screws hold on and did it twice.
All right, so now along the same lines of that, what is one thing that you did do, and then as you were in motion decided, oh, this is probably a really, really bad idea?
Oh, the station wagon for sure. They told me, and they just kind of pissed me off in a sense. They challenged me. So that I shouldn't say pissed me off, but like it was kind of like basically a hold my beer moment of they're like, here, the checkered flag, little flags at the very end. That's where you're supposed to get to break this record. You're not going to make it, but we just needed a marker. And I'm like, okay, now you've challenged me. Hold my whatever I was drinking at the time. I think it was just a Red Bull. And yeah, I got so excited. I forgot to do up my Hans. I did all that. Like it was pretty haphazard. And so, yeah, that in that rollover, it was complete chaos. But I watched the flags go by, and it was a moment of, it was like a half a second of hell yeah, and then just oh shit, and yeah, the rest was history. And that I rolled over twice, luckily survived, and
your hands went out that window to let everybody know you were okay pretty quick too.
Yeah, that my first thing. I'm like, hey, if I'm okay, I'm gonna be tapping the roof, and so yeah, I'm like, that felt violent. If that looked as half violent as it felt, they think I'm dead.
All right, so what is the jet ski? Someone said they liked your jet ski one.
Oh, that would be another one. There was just this is going to end poorly. So we jumped a Sea-Doo. We built basically a trench that at Pastrana Land, and everything at Pastrana Land looks like it's very, very simple. Everybody looks at it as, oh, well, it's Pastrana Land. There's always that magic ramp that just makes them do it. No, it's actually probably way worse than you would imagine. And there's always Pastrana Land chicane, dodge this rock. And hey, if you hold it wide, just make sure you don't go left because you're going to fly off into the trees. Don't go right, or you're going to, fly into a boulder field or off a cliff. But yeah, if it goes right, it'll probably work. And that was definitely one of those. It was like maybe a 50-yard straight into a 90 right degree, and then just hold it wide open. And then no one knew how a Sea-Doo was going to fly off a 50-foot cliff. But now I do. Yeah. It doesn't fly well. It flies more like a rock. And I went straight into the airbag, and everybody's like, oh, well, you landed in an airbag. Well, they only work to a certain degree. When you don't have seatbelts or you're not belted in and you smash your head forward, it's a little jolting, but yeah, survived that one. And I think I have the record for world's longest Sea-Doo jump. If anybody wants to challenge that, please show me the video.
Yeah, we'll pass.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't even think a Sea-Doo could keep me above water.
What is the worst injury you have received from any of these stunts?
Ironically, it just happened, and we were on just screwing around in the backyard. I was passing Pastrana thinking I was super badass. There was a reason he had slowed up, and that reason was a cliff. And I lost that on a quad. The quad rotated, landed on top of me, and I shattered my pelvis, broke my back and my tailbone. Geez. And we are 3 months almost to the day of when I did that.
Wow. And back on your feet, no adverse effects?
Are you going to be running? Are you using a handicap van for this one? Get you a special spot in the pits with the blue mark and everything for you. We'll be all set.
Well, it's like, what is it? Drive fast, park close. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
I love it. We're hearing that there's going to be about 30 of these vans here, so we have confirmed.
Look at his eyes light up. He was like, "What?"
I love the minivan racing thing now. Like, that's the coolest thing ever. It's the dumbest thing ever. Why minivan racing should even, like, that phrase shouldn't be really uttered out of anybody's mouth. And now you have 30 of them coming to a track.
We've talked about this. We race shopping carriages. We can race anything, right? And we just race whatever. That's what men do. We just race anything. Minivan should have been high on that list.
We have 18 teams set right now, and there's 10 more that they just got vans for that they are filling the crews on right now. We got some pretty decent teams here too. I'll go through some of those after.
Yeah, like I have no idea what I'm getting into because again, our whole thing is like whoever
Stay away
jumps
from Bob Williams. You don't want to go near him.
The 41.
Harmon's a little sketchy. You might want to stay away from him as well.
We'll tag them all so you know which ones to stay.
Yeah.
So we'll tag.
I feel like this is going to be like adverse effects, and this happens a lot where like, oh, this guy thinks he's hot shit, and then like I just end up getting like having a target on my back, and I'm like, guys, I don't know what I'm doing as much as you don't. Come on.
If Bob's got 6 cylinders, he's screwed. He's only good with 4. So what do you got there?
Perfect. It'll be interesting.
Ben's got one.
Ben's van is ready with a wing.
Jeez, I'm crow.
Yeah, I was already talking. They're towing in. They're like putting tow onto the vans. They're checking tire pressures. I'm like, dude, we run these things literally Facebook Marketplace to racetrack. We don't check a single thing. We pull some airbags, break some windows out, and like half the vans die by the time we even get to the start line. So this is like, this is serious.
That's Hudson Speedway style right there.
That's the way we do it up here. I like it. That's the way we do it.
Oh, Jay Ferreira's making the trip up from Florida, he said. Might want to get out of there soon anyways because you're pretty close to where that hurricane's going to hit, buddy.
Yeah. The hurricane might just pick him up and bring him here and drop him.
We can only hope so.
But yeah, I mean, hey, we're looking forward to having you up here. I think it's going to be a great experience for you. The track's a lot of fun. The people are even better. The track owner, he's a little sketchy, but everybody else is cool. But yeah, I think you're going to have a lot of fun.
Oh, I am thrilled to be able to make this work. Assuming that my flight actually works out, but seriously, it sounded like a lot of fun, and I think Adam's been trying to get me up there for a few of these races, and now that we're able to make it happen, I cannot wait to see where guys that take van racing serious, where I can sit inside that mix. And granted, I am coming for checkers or wreckers, so gonna be a good time.
Are we gonna find some of this footage of you out there on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, so channel 199, actually one of the coolest things we've done so far was downhill straight rhythm minivan racing. That's been my favorite type of van racing to date. I did get hit at the end, but was able to kickflip, if you will, or roll over the finish line. So took the victory there probably rolled over in style, no cage, no nothing, but crossed the finish line first. So that was a good day for me.
We broadcast all this live on RaceDayTV.com, so I will make sure I get you a copy of this race so you can cut it up and put it on your socials as well. So that way we can get some cross promotion and you get some really cut up footage. And I think we're going to put our in-car in your minivan live for the broadcast. So
yeah, I mean the footage that these guys. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just said be ready with the bleep button. Sorry.
The footage that these guys provide, like the job they do filming this stuff is fantastic. It's second to none. I think you're gonna be really impressive if you ever get a chance to jump over to their site and check out some of their footage. These guys do a absolute stand-up professional job. It's amazing. Right up there with Flo and the other one there.
Chasing Erica?
Yeah, whatever that one was. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's going to be great. We're looking forward to seeing you up here. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Killer. This keeps getting better. Had no idea it was broadcast live. So yeah, we'll get the word out and hopefully get some eyeballs on this thing. And
awesome.
Either I'll be really happy I got some more eyeballs looking, or I'll be super depressed and go home with all through my legs. So,
I will have Perkins get you my contact info, and I'll add you and give you an account so you can punch up the info and watch the race and have your friends and all that stuff watch it as well. That will be this coming Sunday, guys, the Hippo Hustle. It'll be the biggest minivan race in the Northeast. Ton of money on the line, lots of lots being sold already, and I have Perkins just sent me another list with even more teams. So it keeps growing.
Oh, man, I keep finding out. This race seriously just keeps getting better and better. So I'm ecstatic. This could be awesome.
If there's a B-main, I'm in.
B-Main Brown is in for the win.
I'm in.
Awesome, Jim. Well, thank you very much for coming on, and we will see you on Sunday. We're super excited to have you up here, and welcome to New England and Hudson Speedway.
Hell yeah, guys. Can't wait. Thanks for having me.
Awesome, have a good one.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
So that was definitely cool. That guy was way out of our league, that's for sure.
He's going to have a blast. He's going to have a lot of fun.
Thank you, Kevin Brown. I won an original Wheelman shirt at Lee. Sweet.
Who?
Tim Griffith.
Tim Griffith.
Oh, yeah, he did. I just got it today. I just saw that today.
You're like, I forgot to send that out. Shit.
I'm only one man. You know?
Bob Williams. Perkins sucks. That's super nice. What else is going on this weekend? Oh, Oktoberfest. John, congratulations on a well-run Oktoberfest, buddy.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job.
I'm still tired.
You're such a baby.
Yeah,
This guy
okay.
right here. I had to hang out at a racetrack all weekend. I'm
Oh,
exhausted.
yeah.
So much work. Don't listen to him, people.
He showed up
He's
at the
walking around
camper
with
full of
food
fire on
and-
Sunday.
and everything
Yeah.
else. I didn't
Cotton
eat the
candy.
entire weekend.
You know, you could tell Mark's getting higher up the ladder here because I think Oktoberfest was more food-based than race-based. I saw advertising for breakfast and special sandwiches, and I'm like,
That was
Mark,
all me.
is Mark on the social?
That was all me.
It was cool when I showed up to get breakfast at 8 o'clock and the concessions were still closed because Hope and Artie overslept too. John shows up late. Ben rips the entire wall off the side of a building.
He hasn't slept all weekend. He's been sleeping all week to catch up. What do you mean he woke up late?
No, I did.
On Sunday.
I fell asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. Set my alarm for 5:15 so I could be back Sunday at 6:30. And I woke up. And my first thought of the day was, why is the sun out?
Oh my God.
7:30.
Yeah, that's panic button right there.
Hit the ground running.
Yep.
That never works well.
Nope.
I almost beat him to the track.
Hey, listen, as a young guy, that was Oktoberfest was always my favorite time of the year. I wasn't one that raced at Lee a lot, but when we did, it was Oktoberfest, and for me, it was always we camped out every year. We always had a blast. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good memories. So it's a good way to end a long race season, and it's a fun event for all these teams.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, all the stuff up front, the show, the camping, all that stuff for the fans and the competitors, I think went really well from what I'm hearing. I mean, like I said, I was with the VIP lot. I very underestimated the amount of miles I'd put on a golf cart. I usually just park it and walk. That was not happening this week, and I think I went through 2-3 full tanks of gas in my damn golf cart, and just stupid stuff you wouldn't think. At Lee, I mean, there's 100 different locks to lock up at night. We had to borrow lights. There's 30 different switches. You got to get people out that are still, having some fun after the race. And just, we had the breakfast sandwiches. Didn't get any. The pig roast. I got there. Or the, what was it? Chicken barbecue.
Chicken barbecue.
Yeah. I got there. Everybody was having a blast. And it's like, we sell out. And they're like, yeah, it's all gone. I'm like, that's great. You know what I mean? But
Hey man, it's a big boss shoes right there.
yeah, it comes with the territory,
does.
I guess. But no, it was
good, though.
good.
Yeah,
It was
from
definitely
what I saw and what I heard, it sounded like it was a great event.
I still, some of my favorite things at Lee is when, good or bad, you get a driver run up to me and they're like, did you fucking see what happened? And I'm like, no, actually, I didn't. No.
Yep. I've been sitting here watching the races the entire afternoon. Yes, it was fantastic. Great job.
Yeah, no,
Crap. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
No, we had some hiccups. We wasn't perfect by any means, but it was a good weekend.
Yeah, I think, and I had sent out a text to all the Lee team, and just thanked them for all the extra efforts.
Yes.
I mean, obviously you're always going to have hiccups, no matter what big show, and everybody was able to pick right up on it and move on. They put up with all my hangry issues at different times.
Did you get shorted out on breakfast as well?
I think I had a bagel on Saturday and a granola bar on Sunday.
I do want to bring some attention to this is week 41 of Donna still being employee of the month.
Granny.
Granny is still employee of the month.
right.
Congratulations. We will
my
celebrate
girl.
you every week now.
Fucking Granny. No, it was good. Friday night, Saturday ran very smooth. Sundays where we really had our learning lessons. But at the end of the day, everybody that showed up got to race, and that's really what matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got towards the end of the night and found a little bit of a time crunch, so we had to kind of pack in like 2 hours of racing into one, but
Yeah.
made it work. It's all right.
How was the, so there's a bunch of people that raced. How was the sound down on the VIP pits? I think
It had to have been better than I originally thought it was going to be because I kept going down. That's mostly what I was doing because I was scared that people weren't going to hear and make it in time, so I was wrangling. And I go down to the end where the trucks were parked, and they were getting ready as soon as they
Perfect.
knew. I mean, it also helps, we had publicized because back at Oktoberfest, you were parked out there. It was pretty much your job to make sure you knew
yeah.
where you were in the lineup. And That's kind of, I think, a mixture of what we had provided for the sound and a mixture of what they were doing to help us out kind of all brought it together.
Yeah, there wasn't one note from Sebastian or a couple ago that said that it was really good. So
We had 897 feet of wire to bring that speakers down there. We're going to add 2 more, about 100 feet down,
if we
I think,
had
further.
if 2 more, we'll cover it and we won't have any issues at all.
Did I hear correct? Did Ben hit another wall at Oktoberfest?
He did. Ben drove straight. He told me, he's like, I must have hit oil or something. I look at the video, I go, no. I go, you drove right into the outside wall, and Dave
He's
Cameron
almost
was
got an
following
excuse.
you and had nowhere to go.
Oh my!
I was literally watching it out of the tower. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna hurt.
Every Oktoberfest, that young man. Just don't go, dude. Just go
I'll tell you
and
what, though.
spectate.
He started dead last in the feature, finished third.
Yeah,
right,
no, he
dead
was
last.
moving.
He was
Yeah.
moving. I mean, he was using the bumper. He was
Actually, I
good.
think the only person that started behind him was Archie.
Oh, poor Archie, yeah.
He says fake news. He was cruising in the feature, though.
Yeah,
he
was,
got himself
was.
all the way up
Ben,
there.
Oh, he was flying.
No, I
so
heard he
was
did really well.
Archie. I mean,
Yeah.
Archie he started tail, but even Archie was picking up spots.
Oh, I was really hoping Archie would beat Ben. Oh, that would have been fun.
He was also hoping he would beat Ben,
I'm
too.
sure he was. Yep.
Crown Vics were fun on Lee. They were really cool to see. I'm all in on those. I went to Ben stopped by the trailer after he smacked the wall, and Kai, he did that same thing. He was like, I think I hit something.
Yeah, he's like, it must have been something on the track. I'm like, yeah.
I immediately cut the video and texted it to him. Like seconds after he hit the wall, I was like, ooh, export.
The only thing he hit was perfection. He just want to make sure he hits that wall every time. He's
gotta
there.
hit it every single year.
Single year. So
Yeah, there might be a plan for next year to actually have a target and a Band-Aid. That's right there on the wall.
That's awesome.
Oh goodness, Ben, we love you. Just
Stay away from the
stay.
wall. Come on.
Apparently, he wants you guys. If you want to just buy more paint, just invest in the paint stock. That's fine. But yeah, I mean, what was your favorite race? Being the GM there, what was your favorite race for the weekend?
I honestly.
Oh, that's right. You didn't watch much.
The only race I really got to see most of was the street stocks, and then I was up in
day
the
one
tower.
or day two street
Day
stock?
2, the open
Yeah.
street stocks. That was a good race.
That was a great race.
It
Yeah,
a
that was
very
a really good race. Yeah.
I didn't get to see from a good view, but I was in the back lot and I was watching the supers go by. There's a little gap between the wall and the billboard where you can see the wings, and I kept looking every 5 laps or so, and I'm like, damn, they're still side by side.
Yeah.
And
There
I
you
went
go.
on Facebook after.
Kevin, you and me and the Vics, I'm throwing down the gauntlet next year.
Dude, there's not enough paint in this county to paint those walls after you and I hit the track together. It's not going to work.
Rodman says Lee was expensive for me
poor
this year.
Rodman took a hit.
Yeah, that did suck.
What I need to do is find whatever factory paint code Ben's car is and just paint the wall that
Same
color.
exact color?
You know what I mean? That way I don't have to touch it up.
Yeah,
every
that's
year.
true.
I think it was Brian when he wrecked. He goes, the track owner just hit the wall. I went on the radio and go, good, he can freaking paint it too.
Beecher says, confirm the backstretch wall does not move still as well.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think Beecher did that to himself.
I'm building another one.
Yeah, you're going to need one. You're gonna need
You might want to build a couple.
roll
buddy.
the back up.
They were fun to watch, though. They were real. That was probably my favorite
And
thing
you know
out there the
something?
entire weekend.
The Crown Vics and the Mighty Truck guys that we brought in, they had a blast. They were some of the nicest guys on the property. Even the 4-cylinder guys that came from Maine that were all parked out in the lot. You'd think they were. I thought I was going to get a lot of gripe for parking people out there. They were some of the nicest guys. Picked up all their trash. I mean, it was good to see. They all said they'd be back next year, and
Right.
that's good. I know a lot of those Crown Vic guys are looking forward to it. So
The Star Tour modified that hit that wall was absolutely probably one of the worst hits I've seen there ever.
Yeah, I immediately came over the radio, and it was like half yellow and red at the same time. I'm just like, you're red. Because like the way that he hit, I was honestly scared.
I didn't see that one either. I watched the replay, and it's still, when I watch it, it does not look like he's going to hit as hard as he did until he hit that wall. It disintegrated. I mean, bad. Very bad. I didn't know that there was 2 cars up there. I was on the golf cart going to get them wrangled on the backstretch, and I was going that way. And the other car that was up there got out, and I go, are you okay? And he said, yeah. I had no idea there was another car stuffed up there, and he ended up getting checked out, and he is okay. So
That's good.
Yeah, that I couldn't believe the hit he took on that. Let's go through some quick results on the weekend. On Saturday, we had the 350 Supers. Jeffrey Battle came home P1, Eddie Wickham Jr., followed by Ryan Chase.
Ryan
Nima.
Locke. Yeah, they had it. They had it.
Yeah, I can just go what's on it. Here we go.
Chase is his brother.
There we go. Ryan Locke. There we go. Nima, we had Randy Cabral, followed by Avery Storr and Paul Scally. Nima Lights, PJ Sturgis. Yeah, see, I can't read. Randy Cabral and Kyle Valeri. Pro Ford Mods, Rob Riccardi, Jack Dumas, and Steve Dumas. Pro Trucks, we had Ryan Kunn, Dwayne Knoll, and Sean Caron. The Krupski race, we had Steve Miller Sr., followed by Steve Miller Jr. and Tristan Bodwell. Summer six-pack series, we had Jeff Rollins, Justin Beecher, and Andrew Morin.
Yeah, and we did the calculations today. Andrew Morin actually came out on top with the six-pack series championship. I didn't want to tell. They're right there.
Yeah.
So after the drop race and all the final calculations, Andrew Morin picked it up.
Oh, is that actual? This is current?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was
should
old.
be. Let me see that.
Yeah, it says 10-5. Has Lee on that.
Yeah. Yep. And then that should be the.
Yeah, here we go. We got one more event. Let me run through these here real quick. So your summer six-pack series points, you had Andrew Morin coming in with a total of 266, Justin Beecher in second with 250, Matt Sonhalter with 246, Robbie Streeter with 224, and Austin Erickson with 166. The Steve Krupski Memorial six-shooter showdown series, we have one more event at Claremont Motorsports Park. Currently, we have Steve Miller Jr. with 232, Steve Miller Sr. with 232, Steve Miller Jr. with 190, and Tristan Bodwell with 174. Those are the only ones that you have that are in contention to be able to win that race. All right, let's move on over to Sunday.
Yes, they will, Jeff.
Oh, what did I miss?
If mini stocks will be back. Yes, of course they will.
Nima third place plaque in the parking lot.
Yeah. Corey comes up to me and goes, hey, he goes, I found this in the parking lot. It was a third place. Someone probably left it on the trailer and pulled out. And I text Cynthia from Nima, and I go, man, I didn't think these things were that ugly, but.
That's nice. Let's see. 604 modifieds. Colton Martin getting it done over Jeffrey Battle and Nate Wenzel. Colton did a nice little burnout over there in turn number 4 as well. Didn't turn out so well for another car that did a burnout over there that we'll talk about here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
New England Dwarf Car Series, surprise, surprise, Tom Harwood. I still think we need to start him one lap down. I think it's the only way he's not going to just dust the field by lap 2.
Probably the traffic circle.
Yeah. Actually, that's a great
We should just
idea.
race them around the traffic circle. That'd be fine. You know, there's.
That'd be like an everyday event there.
I was talking to one of the firemen, and he goes, I think it's something along the lines of like 1.1 or 1.3 wrecks a day at that traffic circle. I'm like, yeah, sounds about right.
That thing was a mess.
Well, they just updated the signs, too, so now it's all wonky when you go in and out of that
How
traffic
about the
circle.
four-way in Chester? You see they added stop signs
Oh,
there?
yeah,
Oh,
for
I almost blew
hometown.
through that the other day. Anyways, we'll keep going.
So Tom Harwood comes home P1, followed by Cody Hodgson and Ryan Carmen.
I think we should take it. I just, it kind of sucked because we were on that time crunch. They were one of the last features of the day. We were 20 laps or 20 minutes, and during their race, the flatbed backed the wheel ramp into the infield and got stuck for about 5 minutes. So,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, that was
Back tires off the ground.
back tire 6 inches off the ground.
Loading Rodman's car, actually.
Yeah, so that was a little bit of an ordeal.
It's the first time I've ever seen Rodman mad. He took his helmet off and launched that thing right into
He's
right
had
into
a
the car. He's had a
real
horrible
tough
year.
season. Just stuff always develops in front of him, and he can't really get out of it.
There was no avoiding that wreck
Nope.
either. None. Let's see.
Crown Vics.
Crown Vics, we had Jacob Machad, followed by Keith Walton and Ben Bazowski. Open Street Stock, Jeff Rollins, Adam Lovejoy, and Wade Gelinas. 6 shooters, we had Michael Yetton, followed by Steve Miller Sr. and Steve Miller Jr. I don't know what Yetton found in that car, but that thing was
fast.
cruising.
Yeah, it was on the rail.
I think it was the late model nose, downforce.
Oh, yes. Outlaws, we had Russ Hersey over Bill Helliwell and Jimmy Ryder with a pretty fantastic last lap pass for the lead. I've seen some memes about that today online, so that was.
See that?
Oh, go check out Dickie's page. It's rather interesting.
Yeah, there's certain cars that like stand out over the weekend. The 32 open street stock
Yes.
looks phenomenal. Jimmy Ryder's car is a beautiful car.
Every one of his cars are always beautiful.
Yeah.
And his cars are like Grant's cars. Or Grant's car. It
Breaking
sits in the
news,
damn-
Bob Williams is driving Yetton's other car on Sunday.
Oh, great. There goes the neighborhood.
I thought he only runs mini cocks.
I was
Mean
gonna-
stocks. Sorry, it slipped out. I thought he only runs mini stocks. That's got too many cylinders, doesn't it?
Well, the last time that car was driven by somebody else, it was a Heliwell, and it got put into victory lane. So let's see what Williams can
That was
do.
cool.
No pressure,
That was
Robert.
cool.
Yeah, no pressure at all. Yeah, he just put it right in the fence.
Yeah, but Hellwell knows how to drive more than 4 cylinders.
This is true.
Major difference.
This is true.
Yeah, this is
you're
two
out of your
more.
element, Bob. Stay in your lane, buddy. Just stay in your lane. Proceed, sir. Sorry.
Granite State Pro Stock Series, Eddie Mack puts it back into victory lane, followed by Mike Mitchell, Casey Call. And Casey Call took home the Granite State
Dude,
Pro
by
Stock
a
Series
point.
championship by 1 point.
There was nobody catching the Outlaw. Eddie was flying.
That thing was cruising.
I will say,
Flying.
I would have liked to see a restart because Mitchell. Mitchell was fast at the end. He was quick at the end, and I would have loved to seen a restart. You're right. Eddie was.
I didn't see the last probably 20 laps of the race. I saw Eddie get the lead.
Mitchell
and just
did have a
drive.
steel I-beam behind his front bumper there, but other than that, he was moving. He was going good at the end.
Besides for the one little dust up that he had, that was probably the best race I've ever seen Mitchell have.
He was
Yeah.
fast. He was.
He had a
moving.
good run earlier in the season at Hudson when they unloaded that modified for the first time. I was like, all right, this will be interesting. Parked it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, they had that thing on a rail, so good job. And it's funny. I don't know if you guys must have heard Casey Call's interview how he borrowed Heliwell's car for a point event at
Yes.
Lee, and it got him 5 points, and they left there saying, well, that was kind of a waste.
Nope.
And they won by a point.
It's always those points that you don't think count, you know? Yep.
Crazy.
Mighty Trucks, we had Matthew Maines, followed by Kyle Chandler and Jeff Baines. Pure Stocks, we had Greg Norton, Derek Cook, and Nathan Pearson. Ridge Runners, Zachary Frazier, Dwight Souther Jr., and Michael Henriques.
Henriquez.
Yeah, what he said.
Mike Henriquez, I just want to give a shout out to that team. They showed up. They had a Ridge Runner. I mean, they were just going to run Ridge Runners, and me and Ben were talking to them. I said, why don't you run the Super Street race too? He goes, I don't think we'll keep up. I go, if you run the Super Street race, I go, why don't we just do this? I go, you run the open street stock race tomorrow and just make a weekend out of it. And that team, they went out. They weren't going to do it. They went out in the Ridge Runners and blistered the field in the heat race, and then they were like, we're going to do it. And they just ran all weekend, and they had a blast. So yeah, no, definitely.
Good for them.
Yeah, Zachary Frazier burnt the house down and then burnt the axle right out of the right rear of that thing. That was interesting to see, and then proceeded to drive it to victory lane on 3 wheels, which was awesome.
I loved the fact that he just kept on going to victory
Yeah.
lane.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's like,
it
I
is
don't
what it
care.
is.
I'm getting my picture taken no matter what. How many wheels I have.
It's
we're gonna
good.
get there.
It's real good to see the Fraziers back at Lee. I mean, they were a very familiar face for how many years there, and
They were a staple the entire time that I was there.
And
so.
Zach was, I think, when he left there, he was the champion in the hobby stocks and that black car they had, and him and Joey have been piecing that car back together all season long for him. He had a terrible season last year. I think he had a bad transmission all season long, and just to see them come back out and be strong. And some of those Ridge Runners, when I was walking around the pit area, they were pretty cool. The regular Ridge Runners, but you got some cool spoilers on them, 10-inch air cleaner hanging out the hood. Pretty cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
It was definitely a fun weekend. And mini stocks, we had Nick Maniitis, followed by Owen Zalitsky and John Foltz.
Talk about another one that sits in the barn, comes out once a year. Dick stomps the whole field.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say that? I don't
You just did.
I already did. And just parks it back, I mean, hats off to Nick. That thing's been bad fast for
It always is.
20
every
years
time,
now.
Every time he pulls it out.
Yeah,
it's
but
always
it's the same car that he had when I
20
was
years ago.
flagging there
Yeah.
20 years ago.
But hold on. You got to give him this, right? Why not? It's already set up for Lee for next
Right,
year,
yeah,
right? He
right.
pulled it off the track. The thing's a missile, so just bring it right back
Put it
in
under the
there.
same tarp as Grant's car.
Exactly.
Yep.
But hey, congratulations, Nick. You made it through tech, unlike Grant. Sorry, Grant.
Man has a point.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
got the picture.
I love busting Grant. Grant's a good dude.
Bob Williams says Owen was faster. It's weird. His car has not blown a motor since you've been out of the driver's seat.
Yeah, this is
Super
true.
odd. I don't know
Yeah.
what happens there.
You know what he's going to say? Oh, he's not going as fast as I was going, so it's not, not revving it high enough.
I mean, I was checking lap times, and that is false.
Well, I don't disagree with you there. Sorry, Bob.
Fake news.
All right, let's get to some of these Hippo teams because we got some more. Oop, I got to get the updated one because that is not it. Give me 2 seconds to pull that up. All right, so far, as of right now, these are actual confirmed teams. We have the team of Cole Littlewood and Jeff Rollins, the team of Bob Williams and Nick Maniitis,
That's a good team.
Chris Quinn and Andrew Harmon.
That's not a good team. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Adam Perkins and John Foltz. Jay Townsend and Justin Harris. Michael Richards and Charlie Baldwin.
That's a mess.
Yeah.
That's a hot mess.
Sorry,
Watch
guys.
out.
That's a mess. Charlie will do okay. Mike. I don't know.
I don't know if that's Burgoyce or Burgos.
Shane Burgos.
Shane Burgos and Steve Dickey. That's a worse team,
Oh, geez.
just
No,
because of
Jesus.
Dickey.
This event is a must-watch at this point. Are you kidding
Callie
me?
Osborne and Ben Bazowski. Rob Shute and partner to be announced. Jim York, who was on the show today, and partner to be announced. I heard
Maybe you can team up with Rob.
I've heard who his partner possibly is going to be, and it will not disappoint. I hope we can announce that. I hope it actually happens. Steve Miller with Steve Miller Jr., Steve Clark with nobody, Justin Ratcliffe and Carl Ratcliffe, Todd Clark with have not been named yet, Brian Gagnon and Buddy Wilkins.
Oh my God.
I think Michaela's a little pissed.
That's a fight waiting to happen.
Adam Gray and JT Cloutier,
Harmon, it's not an enduro. It's a real race. Go backwards.
David Westgate and partner to be announced, Nick Tossi and partner to be announced, Gage Osborne and Jeff Matt,
Yep.
Scott Duvall and William Woodside.
That's a good one.
These are confirmed too. And
Did I hear Littlewood and Rollins?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Put them down for the W. Just get the trophy, get their name engraved in it.
I'm going to take Harmon and Quinn as the black horse. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them.
I'm just taking them because I know they're gonna have the softest tires out there.
That's right.
it.
anybody here wants to take Ben?
No.
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 To hit the wall, yes, I'll take him to hit the wall.
Yeah, plus 500.
He'll hit every wall, actually. So whoever's listen.
Yeah, Ben's going to be looking at
Listen.
Ross Chastain, a freaking minivan.
Ben, let the other driver go first so they can have some fun.
That is actually happening.
All right, thank
That
God.
is
All right,
happening.
good. Just let the other driver
What about
go
me?
first.
We already said Bob Williams.
Who is it, Callie?
No, he says no
Is it
one
Callie
picked
and Bob? I mean, Callie and Ben?
Nobody picked Bob. Yeah, it's Callie and Ben. I'm gonna pick Jim York, the guy we had on tonight.
I like that pick.
It's a real shame that I got rid of that ice cream truck that was sitting at Lee. That
Listen.
would have been a perfect candidate.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
No, maybe I could. I wonder if the town of Lee would let me get that back.
Listen, if Jim doesn't win, he's bound to put on a show. That guy is a show.
Milty's like, this is why Kevin didn't answer my call.
Milton was going to call Kevin. Did you see how freaking fast I was? Get Milton, you were flying. Flying on
was
Saturday.
Going, he was going very, very
He
good.
was gone.
He was gone.
The yellow came out. I don't know what
then he
happened
wasn't.
after that.
The alternator issue, the car wasn't providing
Is that
enough
why it didn't go
electricity
off
for the
that
power.
start?
He hit the gas. He said it was popping and farting and everything. So that's what happened there.
That's. I mean,
Yeah.
him.
Well, what was going on
hats
with
off-
the car?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Milton. Oh, the car was fine. The car was fine. Perfect. Milton had, Milton had Mexican the night before, so he was done.
Milton looks like a Mexican.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
I gotta go.
All right.
Oh.
And it was at this point we got canceled.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben said way worse than that.
Yeah,
How
Ben
many
has-
times?
Ben has said
Not
way
on
worse.
the air.
On the air. No, on the air.
John-
How about before when we first started this thing, when we didn't know we were being listened to in the early stages of the intro, and Mark would say some things that he shouldn't have said on the air?
We would shit on Dickie
We would-
nonstop.
Him and a multitude of people, but it's okay.
No, it's usually Dickie.
Sorry, Steve.
Might accidentally have to lay a Jersey berry on the front stretch for Jim. We're going to have to let Jim know about Pumpkin Fest 2 weeks after that, which is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I like Ben. He's up on top of the loader. He's like, here, pumpkins, here. He puts a pile down and he grabs it. He's like, I'm going to throw another pile down. And they started throwing them through windshields of
yeah.
the cars. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, someone else is saying, get the ice cream truck. Might have to run a pure stock as well. Harmon's going to make a new best friend or
is.
get a restraining order, one of the two.
A for effort both ways. But yeah, that would be fun to see him in a pure stock.
You know, I should probably also shout out big thank you to the Lee Highway Department because
Yes.
we did not our light towers shit the bed and I couldn't find any except for one. The kid at Sunbelt Rentals hooked me up with some.
Really, Milton?
Dude, you should be fine.
He's going to cancel himself.
He's fine. Kamala's our president right now, right? So you'll get over the border, no problem, buddy. Just,
Oh, my
just tell him you
God.
know Kamala. You're good. Whatever her name is, just go for her. You're good.
Anyways, thanks to the Lee.
He couldn't even tell you who the vice president was. Guaranteed. He's like, I doesn't even know who the president is. Milton, who's the president right now?
No,
I don't
he's
think that-
he's Googling it right now.
I don't think anybody knows the answer to that
Yeah,
question.
that's a solid point. It's a trick
Harmon
question.
just says, Jim and I drank at Freedom Factory. It's okay.
Harmon was drinking with a random guy named Jim. He just thinks it's the same guy.
Oh.
Trump, I like it, Milton.
All right, you're in still.
You're in. You're good.
I love it. All right, so coming up this weekend, let me pull this up. We have Hudson International Speedway,
Pete
Fiandaca Memorial. We are going to have open six shooters, open pure stocks, open mini stocks, open ridge runners, open super streets, mini cups. I'm not looking at the screen, but I'm going to have to look in a minute.
Listen,
And then the Hudson
Milton's mom.
Hippo Hustle.
That was good. That was good, Kelly. That was good. That was good.
What in the world?
So, for you who aren't seeing these comments, according to Milton's mother, he's Dominican and can't even speak Spanish. Just a tan white kid in my eyes.
Oh.
She's pretty spot on. She's pretty spot on, actually. Sorry, Milt.
Quadro says, quit jibber jabbering and get back working on the car.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, God, I'm sweating my ass off.
It is pretty hot in
Yeah,
here.
well, dude, I got like a suntan city right here. Gosh.
Well, that is all I have.
Oh,
I don't
geez,
have
that was-
anything else.
Nice,
We didn't.
Nice seeing you guys.
We got stuck in traffic coming here. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. I showed up thinking I was late, then Kevin showed up 14 seconds before the show.
I did.
It's getting worse and worse and worse.
We got to stop reading these.
No,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
absolutely.
Yeah. Listen, as a spectator, I watched a lot of the racing.
Milton, do you hang out at Home Depot?
Yeah, exactly. I watched a lot of the race on the RaceDayTV, and for me, it was all great racing. The Pro Stock race was great. I really like that open street stock race. And if I'm probably opening up the can of worms here, but any thoughts on opening up the rules to make the street stocks next year a little more open?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm going to try to get those open street stock guys to conform their cars to the
Okay.
rules that are written.
All right. Maybe.
That's- Yeah.
John,
I mean, the way
John-
that I see it, hang on, since we're going to open the can of worms, the way I see it
in the
is,
middle.
if you look at the 3 tracks in the rules package we have,
Sure.
we have plenty of high-paying races. We have, six $1,000 win races.
At least.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's $550 to win on a regular basis. There's no reason that they can't do that.
No, I mean, yeah, I can see that point. I mean, like I said, you guys, and they have put on a really, you've had especially like you look at Claremont, their car count on a Friday night is fantastic. And for the most part, Hudson has been, I mean, all tracks lacked a little bit this year. I don't think it was any individual track or any individual rule package, but yeah, I just know, I know that's been a burning question that people have asked, so I figured I'd throw the curveball at you on the air. He bunted.
It was
He
a bunt.
bunted. That's what he
Definitely
did. That's what he did. He bunted. And I'm still trying to chase him down first baseline, guys. But listen, you can ask Jimmy. I've told Jimmy that I'm not a huge fan of their package. I think there's a lot of things that they could change, as well.
Yeah, I think there's a happy medium.
there
for
is.
sure.
That's kind of what I've stated to
sure.
him. I'm like, I think that a couple of those cars are outlaw
Little too
sportsmen.
much.
Yeah, they're outlaw sportsmen. I mean,
And not by any means all of them, but
no,
there's just a handful out there. Yeah.
There is,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a handful of them there. But no, I mean, the racing was great. I did enjoy that open street stock race. But even the regular street stock race on Saturday was great too. But the pro stock race for me was good. It was nice to see a good healthy field of outlaws.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it was
definitely.
good. And
Yeah.
Russ was an absolute missile coming
He
from the
was.
back. He was on fire, and I think he pulled up along Billy Helliwell and probably scared the ever-living hell out of him. He came in that tree pretty hot and heavy.
I mean,
It
that
was-
car
it was a good pass.
has always been blistering fast.
Yeah,
That's
it
the old
has.
Ricky Bly car.
It is,
You
yep.
know what I mean? And that thing was undefeated for how long?
Yeah,
So-
Ricky won a million races in that thing.
yeah, and Russ can drive.
Russ can
He
drive,
knows what
Russ
he's
can
doing.
wrench,
so.
Russ can do a lot of things.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
that's a tough combination to beat.
100%.
Yep.
100%. I mean, it was a good race up front between him, Billy, and Ryder. I
Yep.
was watching back. I mean, Ryder and Helliwell were put
Ryder
on a
was
great
fast
show.
too. Yeah, Ryder was fantastic. He was
Ryder's
really fast.
car is just good. And
It's
again,
gorgeous,
Jimmy's
too.
just a very good driver.
Yep, he is. The same thing. Another guy who doesn't put a lot of. I mean, obviously Russ is, a similar situation, but doesn't put a lot of laps down every year and comes out and seems to not lose a step. So good for them.
I've been waiting for Billy Ryder to come back out.
What are you looking at over there?
I want to make sure everybody marks their calendars for October 18th, 19th, and 20th. Do not miss the annual Fall Challenge at Claremont Motorsports Park. 3 action-packed days of racing, 27 thrilling feature races, and a full weekend of fun for the whole family. Mark your calendars and come out for an unforgettable experience. It's going to be absolutely off the wall. That's 20. I mean, Park's obviously scheduled 20. Too many divisions, I think, but it's going to be fun.
John and I will be busy again.
Yep.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in the tower.
Oh, I had no clue. You're not in the tower?
I'll be up there with him.
Sweet. I'm excited for
So
that. How'd
all
they
you
con you
Claremont
into
guys
that?
better watch out.
I'll be on the couch watching
Yeah.
RaceDayTV. But anyways, I did have a ride lined up for the 27th at Hudson, and I had to pass on it. A really good ride, too. I was excited about it.
Why'd you pass on it?
The girls have a state competition for cheerleading that day, and it stinks because it's a memorial race for my stepfather, and I'm sponsoring the race, and I am still going to try to make it for the race, which I think I should be able to. But yeah.
What ride were you in? Tell us.
Yeah, I can tell you. It was one of Joe Brooks's cars.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I had a,
One of, I didn't know they had multiple still.
Oh, he has Joe's got a fleet of them over there.
Of course he does.
Yep. So yeah, he don't throw anything away. But yeah, he was very generous, offered me up a ride. Knew I was looking for one, and but yeah, no. So we had to pass on it, but we are going to be there and cheering them on. It should be a lot of fun.
So I do. I saw that.
No, this is Kevin. I wouldn't say it was a really good ride. That's nice.
I saw Charlie said hi to everybody. I am representing BFP while we're here.
Yeah, fantastic announcing team this weekend
and
as
that's
well.
what I wanted to say was him and Randy killed it all weekend long.
They did. They work well together.
Yeah,
Yes, they really do.
They play off each other really, really well. And Charlie is a good sounding board for me at times. So I appreciate him letting me vent at different times throughout the weekend because I need that as well.
It's a tough job, man. Tough job. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a long weekend.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Do not forget, Hudson Speedway is banquet has been posted. It is going to be Saturday, January 11th, 2025, from 6 to 10 at Four Oaks Country Club in Drake, Massachusetts. Tickets are available right now if you go onto the Facebook page. And Lee USA Speedway banquet will be happening Friday, January 17th, 2025, from 7 to 11 at Four Oaks Country Club as well. Just because I had a bunch of people asking why we split them up. They were scheduled for Friday and Saturday, but unfortunately Division I at Hudson and at Monadnock Speedway were not able to be run on the same night as the same champion, and that's when Monadnock is doing them. And Run What You Brung is going back to the original rules, guys. So drag anything you have out of the barn and bring it out for the final race of the year at Hudson Speedway.
Yeah, it's got to have full safety equipment, a V8 motor that starts under its own power, and 4 wheels. I think that's it.
Feel free to bring me something to drive.
Yeah.
Really? You would go out there?
I would go out there, yeah, absolutely.
Bob, get your minivan and
8
send him out
cylinders.
there.
Eight
Oh, it's a
cylinders.
6-cylinder. Damn it.
Yeah, Bob doesn't know anything with 8 cylinders.
Oh, man, thought I'd have a chance for the mod. No, you don't.
You will. Have you ever seen some of those
Jeremy
things wreck?
Davis, you can run your big
Wang
again.
big
That
Wang.
thing, I love that car.
Natasha,
that thing is
are we
awesome.
talking about what's on the car?
Oh, whoa.
Or,
Oh,
no,
whoa,
sorry. All right,
whoa,
I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
Big Wang gang.
Oktoberfest was awesome, boys. Mark, amazing camera work. John, thank you for making it awesome again. Brian, thank you for being the best race director. Wow, he's definitely buttering you up for something for next
Seriously,
year.
what do you want, Milton? Just ask. You don't have to do all this. Just ask these guys what you want.
Well, Michaela just is in chat now, too. What happened? Because I thought she was going to be in a minivan, and I didn't see her
thought
name
so
on that
as
list.
well.
Nope, still no Michaela. What's going on there? Trust me, I'm talking about the car only. That is great.
Sorry, Jeremy. I had to ask.
Shout out to her, too. Stuffed it in the
she was
fence
flying.
and then came home, was it
Yeah.
P6?
She got 6. I think she started 23rd.
I didn't even,
Yeah.
again,
Or
didn't see it.
Maybe came from the back, I think, when she got,
I saw her parked on the front stretch getting a tow, I thought.
Yeah.
And then I saw her post on Facebook finish 6th. I was like, all right, I didn't even know that.
Yep. Good for her. Great
Even
job.
Kelly. Milton clearly needs something.
He does.
Kelly
yeah.
lost her credit card, Lee.
Really?
Yeah, the guy come up. He's like, I lost a credit
Dude,
card. I look
no,
on the
she
back. I'm
didn't.
like,
That's her move. I lost my credit card. Do you have any money? Buy me
Throw
buy
it
me
on
some
the
food
ground.
or beers or whatever.
Where'd it go?
yeah, I text Milton. I'm like, I got your
Don't fall for
mom's
that,
credit
guys.
card, and he's like, all right.
She threw it and walked away. Is what she did.
Weird, because I saw her eating the entire weekend. So how did that happen? Con somebody into anything?
exactly.
Let's see. That's all I have. Let's see. Well, more comments are coming in. Vintage modified driver that hit the wall
He's
on.
okay. Right.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Why'd you do that again?
I was bored.
Oh, okay.
No, we were working on Billy Clement's car and had my hand in it and scared the hell out of a few people.
You weren't even driving. That
I wasn't
makes it
even
even
driving. No.
worse.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it's funny because we talked about it in that moment, and having ambulance there at practice, what a lifesaver that. Well, I don't say lifesaver, but what a saver that was. Definitely a scary moment. So it was good to have them there.
Yeah, you have not gone a year without smacking the wall either. It's so funny because last year
I haven't. It's all right though.
you put it in the wall, and I came in 5 minutes before he goes out on the track. I was like, "How's your race? How's the car handle?" I was like, "Oh, it's great, best it's ever been. Next year is going to be phenomenal." You hit the wall. I went in the picture like, "Just sold the car because I'm done." And he literally sold the car that day and walked away.
I got a short attention span. It's all right though.
Then you came back again and sucked and resold the car.
I'm not that good. What do you want me to do?
Can we put him in the? Can we put him in the big Wang car? You guys must have something else we can put Kevin Brown
No,
in.
we don't. You don't want to put me in that.
No, we
journey.
absolutely
no, we don't
do.
want to put me in anything.
100%. Somebody
Okay,
find
I'm all-
something for Kevin Brown to drive and Brian.
As long as somebody doesn't try to put the window
How
net
does
up while
Brian
he's
drives? Find someone a passenger seat and let Brian drive, and I'll ride with him.
Hey, we got a car in Claremont's got a passenger seat.
Perfect. That's good. I'd rather be a passenger. That'll scare me.
You don't want to be a passenger with me driving.
That's why I want to be one. I want to be scared. I'm not scared.
I want to see John drive because John has made it very clear that absolutely nobody will pass him.
No.
Oh, really?
No, I will be a fucking menace out there. You don't want me out there.
That's the car I want to be
I will
passenger in.
be-
I want to be a passenger
I
in
will
John's
be a
car.
problem.
Everything that I say not to do,
Oh yeah. No. Yes. No. Exactly. You put a race tractor in a race car. Everything you tell guys to do is out the window. I
absolutely.
promise you. We know what not to do.
Yeah.
That's exactly like Zadima. Zadima's like, "Did you read the rule book?" And then he looks at me and says, "I never opened a rule book the entire time I raced." They should run a van. Well, find a V8 and you could. Harmon, call your new buddy. Why aren't you teaming up with your new buddy there?
Yeah,
Your
seriously.
drinking buddy. Why don't you team up with him?
Is that fake news, Harmon? Are
I
you
think
really?
it's show a picture. You take pictures of everything else and
Yeah.
put it on Facebook.
Let's-
Where's your picture of
You and
drinking
James.
with Jim? Come on, we're waiting.
Is Harmon's got a van, right? For the
He
Hippo?
does. He
Yeah.
is running with
Chris Quinn.
Chris. Was it?
Harmon,
No, I
I'm
don't
putting
think
my
it was
money on
Chris
you.
Quinn.
Don't let me
No, it
down.
was Chris
I'm gonna
Quinn.
put my money on you. Don't let me down.
Come on, you're the one that read it. Come on.
hey, I even put money up for this race, and I'm not even going to be there. So
It is Chris Quinn.
I know it's Chris Quinn. I told you that.
I mean, it happened 5 minutes ago, so I've already forgotten it. I'm seriously it's either gonna be Jim York for me, or I'll go with Bob Williams because he'll just suck anybody in the fence
don't
that's in
know.
front of him.
I'm gonna go with Harmon. Who's Harmon's teammate?
Harmon and Quinn.
Okay, I'm gonna go with them or Littlewood and Rollins. So one of those two.
I think Gagnon and Wilkins caused the most havoc.
You're 100%
For sure.
100% right there.
no, I'm gonna
And
go with Jim.
Dips-
I'm gonna stick with Jim.
I like it. All right. Yeah. Listen, I'm rooting for Jim. If I had to root for anybody, I'm rooting for Jim.
I
The guy's
just
gonna fly out from
foresee
Utah.
flying all the way out, from Utah, getting here, getting ready, driving to one, and all of a sudden here comes the one thing you've never expected in life, Buddy Wilkins. You know what I mean? Just you can never expect that.
Although the last time Chris Quinn had his car at the track, he put it in reverse, and the tie rod fell out of it, and tire came off. So
That's why you don't go in reverse.
Ben did tow it
So it's Ben's fault.
to there, so he probably did J-hook the lower control arm.
Probably
Very
did.
possibly did that.
He probably did.
I hooked the passenger side. Ben hooked the driver's side. It was the driver's side that broke,
well,
too.
we
So,
know.
I don't know.
That's like
The
poor
shocker.
Chris Quinn. I don't even know how this all played out, but the last Enduro, I see his car pull out, and I'm like,
He was flying.
it wasn't
That's
him.
probably why it was flying.
No, I go. What is Chris doing? He's gonna wreck his race. It's like, he's got, for a car. I'm like, and then I read the lineup, and I'm like, Charlie, Bob. All right. I'm like, Bob and Charlie probably harassed this poor guy so much to make him let Charlie try. Charlie's bouncing off people left and right.
From what I've heard, he's out of that car at the end of the season and going in something different. So that's what he had told me.
Who's that?
Hopefully, he's getting a Ridge Runner.
Chris Quinn.
Bob's probably gonna make him buy a mini stock.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Maybe? I don't know.
It's a bad idea, Chris. It's a dark, dark road.
It is a lonely road.
Yeah, very lonely road. Very lonely road.
You're tied to the Bob Williams clan family. You don't want to do that. That's bad.
He's already tied to him. Are you kidding me?
Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that.
All right, that's it for us, guys. We're out of here. Hudson Speedway this Sunday. Claremont Motorsports Park the weekend after. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 27 divisions of racing. All of these events will be broadcast live on RaceDayTV.com. Weekend after that, we have the Run What You Brung and the Pumpkin Fest. And like Ben said, we are going back to the original rules. So drag each and every vehicle out of the yard and bring it out, and let's fill the track. We'll see you guys this weekend. Have a good one. Bye, guys.
See you.
See you guys.